And that's what I want to do, from a personal standpoint. So my question to you is, when you think about the personal connection that you have with yourself, what does that look like? What does that look like for you? For me, it's books, but what is it for you as well? The next level is marriage, right? And this is important. Some people, may not be married, and that's cool. But if you're here from like a family perspective, how much wealth is lost because people in the same household can't get along with each other? Right. Yeah. We alluded to that a little earlier in terms of broken households and families being broken. But not even just that. It's, if people aren't equally yoked and one person wants to do one thing and another person wants to, the other person wants to go in a completely different direction, how hard would that be? Boyce interviewed one of our friends, Kim and Tim Lewis, out of Chicago. They own a company called CurlMix, which I think they did maybe like $5 or $6 million last year. Got VC funding. Yeah, there's Freddie back there saying, yeah, he's part of the crew too. But we were interviewing Kim, and they married because they were high school sweethearts. They're like 30 years old now, like 2 or 3 kids, I can't remember. But we asked her directly, and Boyce asked her directly, what would this have been like if, your husband Tim wasn't involved or on the same page of what you were doing? And she's like, this would have been impossible to build without him because of the support in them actually working together as well. But that happens, even joining courses in the Black Business School, right? Somebody says, I want to put this $2,000 down or whatever for, Julian's course, but, my wife ain't really about that multifamily life, or my husband ain't really about that multifamily life. So think about how much wealth is just lost because people can't get on the same page from a marriage and, family standpoint as well. The next concentric circle is family, right? So Boyce babysitting me for free for many years, unintentionally, not child labor laws, I guess, but unintentionally. Yeah, right. He says, brother, I ain't getting nothing. $20 a week, you're living like a king, Boyce. Yeah, but that family piece and that family connection is, why we're here also. B1 is here for you to create strong Black families, within your own circles, right? But it's also, from a communal standpoint as well, which I get to the next level. But that's what, we are actually here for also. But that family thing, one of the biggest things and one of the most important things that I have done was my family research project that I have been doing. So I'm a researcher, systems development person at heart. So from a research perspective, I've been interviewing every single member of our family and getting that on video, right? So I've interviewed, yes, thank you. So I got a chance to interview both my grandfathers. Turns out Boyce interviewed Mama, our grandmother, whatever, his role model. She passed before I started the project, but we have that interview. We have interviews with my parents and other people from that generation as well, my uncles, and just everyone. Yes. I got a few different books, but it was more I'm a type of interviewer where I like to flow where the interview kind of goes. But I went through different stages of their life. I asked them about their family, what's important to them, how did they get through certain situations,